Hey, nice crowd today. Thanks for all of you being here. And, we're getting close to tipping it off. Week from Friday, we've got the exhibition game coming up Sunday. We have 7 practices, real practices left before we play Austin P, who, it already has me nervous hearing about how good they are from everybody I've spoke with, both in their league and actually their best player is a friend of Eric Holman's. They're both from Kentucky, who they played with each other during the summer, and the guy's really a good player. So thinking down the road, that's our first game of the year. And, our schedule, our non-conference schedule has purposely been very much toughened from where it was a year ago, much harder schedule. We have no easy games on there. So, Nick Weatherspoon is due to be back in practice today. He's missed the last 16 days with the sprained ankle he sustained in our scrimmage game. And I'm excited about having him back. It's actually a little earlier than we anticipated when he initially heard it. So we'll see how he does today. And that's, still a fluid situation where, hopefully he'll feel good after he practices today. But we feel like we've been pretty conservative and patient in hopefully getting this thing right before we put him back out there. Questions?
Go ahead, raise your hand, and we'll go ahead and call on. Go ahead.
On the renovations, how involved were you in that process?
We've been talking about it since I arrived here, and the incredible job they've done here in renovating the football stadium, the addition of the football practice facility, the baseball stadium, and what's going on out there. It's really incredible, and so we're really excited about it. Since I've been here, they did the softball stadium. I've done incredible stuff with the golf program and facilities. Same thing with soccer. So this is just part of the overall plan for Mississippi State athletics, and we're excited. It's basketball's time.
Any questions, raise your hand, and we'll get to you. Go ahead, keep going.
As you kind of move forward with a backcourt rotation, what are you looking for out of the one?
We're looking for same kind of play we got last year and even more consistency. I mean, Lamar's our starting point guard. Both Nick and Tyson will play minutes there as point guards, and it's kind of nice when you have 3 guys, and I'm comfortable with all 3 of them running the point. It really is good, and they're comfortable with each other. I mean, all 3 of them can play off the ball and run different sets and different things. Was the other as the point, which is really nice to go to. And you can even bring Q up there, as you remember last year, played some minutes for us at the point. But everything starts with defense, starts with your point guard, with this initial ball pressure, with getting back in transition, with stopping the ball in transition, and then doing a great job of taking care of the ball and distributing the ball to the team in transition. So there's a lot that goes through that point position, no question.
Go to David here to coach's left.
You talked about consistency at the point, and I remember, Lamar last year seemed one of the guys that could be real volatile. Sometimes he was great, sometimes not so great. Do you think you're going to see improvement in that this year, and what's the?
Yeah, I think the last half of the season, he was pretty consistent all the way through. I thought early on, absolutely, there was a lack of consistency for him. And part of that was missing 2 months right before we started the season. I mean, he didn't get to practice for 2 months because of an injury issue. But I expect him to have even improved consistency from where he was a year ago and better play. He's shooting the ball better than he's ever shot it. He's stronger. And he's more mature. So I have no doubt you're going to see a great year out of Lamar Peters this year.
Do you think the team's just kind of different when he's playing well? You know what I mean? That he brings kind of a real true point guard mentality.
Yeah, the one thing about Lamar that he does better than anybody else on our team is his ability to go by anybody. There's nobody who can stay in front of him. So his ability to break down the defense and penetrate and create havoc on the opposing defense by getting in there and having to create help and, collapsing defenses and then spray it back out is really important for us. And, so he's really had a good spring and summer, and he's had a good fall. he's been practicing well, but we're getting close to the real deal now, so it'll be fun.
We'll keep it on the left and go back to the second.
With such a veteran team, where do you see these freshmen, Robert, Reggie, and DJ, kind of fitting into that rotation?
Well, they're competing for it right now. It's all about competition, you know, they've done a good job. I'll give you an example. We keep stats for every practice, and right now in all of our practices, Robert is the second leading rebounder in all practices, and Reggie is third. And that was a weakness for us last year. So guys that rebound are definitely putting themselves into the opportunity for playing time. And I said that from the onset with this team. So, you know, guys that show up every day and get rebounds, they have to play because we've got to be a better rebounding team than we were a year ago. So, you know, all three of those freshmen are good players and, you know, going to be very good players here at Mississippi State, no question.
We'll go to the back, go to the TV row, then we'll go down to Brian.
Coach, with everywhere that you've been in your coaching team, do you feel like this team here at State, this in your fourth year, do you feel like this is one of the most talented rosters you've had in quite a long time?
Yeah, it's definitely the best roster I've had since I've been here in terms of experience combined with talent. And having, you know, some senior leadership out of Q and out of Eric is really important. And also having the leadership from that junior class, you know, because our new players came in and there was a culture already established. And the guys really, I think, benefited from that are new to our program. And we have good competition, you know. When we have everybody healthy, that's when we're at our best because there's competition every day in practice. And that's how you get better. It's all about competition. You've got to have that great competition on a daily basis to be the best you can be. And that's how you prepare, you know, to play against other good teams.
You're talking about consistency and getting better throughout the season. I thought Abdul did that last year. How big of a jump can he take in year two?
You know, after practice, it's funny you say that, our last practice, and I said, boy, you know, Saturday, because we had 2 days off in a row as we're getting back to practice again today. You're so much better than you were a year ago at this time. And he recognizes that. He's just so much more comfortable. You know, he has that experience factor that, you know, having played a whole year now in you know, most every game. He missed the first couple games of the season. But he's definitely a more polished player at both ends of the floor and better offensively, more comfortable. So he can make another big jump, and I expect that he will. I mean, he's really an incredibly hard-working kid who cares so much. It's really, really important to him. And when it's really important to you and you put the time in and you've got the kind of talent that he has, I mean, he's going to make a jump from where he finished the season to where he's now and where he's going to be as we progress through the season, I think.
Go ahead, you're on the front. No, back.
With Jethro having some experience at this level before, can you kind of tell that, and where do you kind of see him fitting in this year?
Yeah, he's competing for playing time. I mean, his experience was limited at this level. He hardly got to play, so I would say that was a stretch to say he had a lot of experience at this level. But he's out there competing, working hard, and doing a great job in the weight room. He's done a good job with his body. We asked him to get his weight down a little bit because I think it would help him move better. His biggest concern is his ability to be able to play ball screens defensively. You know, if he can get better at that and improve in that area, he can help us. And that's a big thing for us, is the ability to guard the other team's ball screen and defend. We still have to be a team that wins at the defensive end of the floor first, because that's where you have the most consistency night in and night out. I think we're a better offensive team. I think we shoot the ball better than we did a year ago at this time. And I think that's a credit to our players for putting all the time and effort that they've put in, especially on their own time, throughout the summer and the fall on their shot. And you'll definitely see that, I believe, as a team as a whole.
Go back to Brett.
Abdul mentioned over the summer that Eric was a guy that he's been looking up to. Have you seen him kind of step up into a more prominent leadership role over the offseason?
Yeah, you're talking about whom is more prominent? Eric? Yeah, Eric's outspoken in terms of being a leader, I think, with the younger guys and with the rest of the team. Eric has a great basketball IQ. And so I think that's really, big for us, is his basketball IQ. And, his understanding of what's important and what needs to be done, I think has been helpful for the rest of the team.
We'll keep it in the center and go to the second row.
You mentioned it a minute ago about the team. You thought they'd be a much better shooting team. There were a lot of good shooters on the team. There were some stretches last year, particularly from behind three-point line, where things had gotten kind of cold. Did you see that over the offseason as a significant point of emphasis to become a?
Yeah, it was. We talked about it the very first day of summer that, for us to be the team we want to be this year, we have to be a better three-point shooting team. And part of that shot selection, and part of that's just knocking down the shot. And I think our guys have worked incredibly hard on their three-point shooting. Tyson Carter's a better three-point shooter than he was a year ago. No question Lamar is. Nick Weatherspoon's really improved in that area. Eric Holman's a better shooter, and he shot 44% last year on the season. So we have a number of guys that have improved in that area in my mind.
Any other questions for Coach? Go ahead.
Coach, talk about expectations this year with it being ranked in the preseason. I mean, the feeling coming into this year, is it?
I think rankings are always nice going in to the season, but in reality, a week from Friday, they mean absolutely zilch. I think it's good notoriety for the program, and I think it's nice that people have high expectations for this team and this group, but you still have to go out and prove it, and you got to prove it every day in practice. You got to prove it through your preparation and through your work, and as long as we understand that, then I think we're provided we can stay healthy, in store for a fun season.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.